They're in it. They're on it. Green flag's out. And the 15th annual Chevrolet Performance World Championship race is underway. And as long as it took me to say that, they're all halfway over lap number 1. And look who's out in front. It's Lil Tizzy, Tyler Clem. Car number 58 out in front. Jensen Ford in second. Off a 2 down the back straightaway they go. Jimmy Elliott riding in the 3rd spot, the point leader. 4th is Clay Harris. Kyle Bronson started 8th. He's up to 5th. Down the back straightaway. Clay Harris looking to the inside of Jimmy Elliott. Tyler Clem out in front. Already a half straightaway lead over Jensen Ford with 3 laps in the books. Jimmy Elliott holds off Harris, who slips up high in turn 2. Here comes the killer, Kyle Bronson. He'll drive underneath Harris to take over that 4th spot. Bronson, they call him the killer, and he's on kill right now. Off of turn 2, trying to chase down Jimmy Elliott, the 3rd place car, coming off of turn number 4. Here comes Tyler Clem. Lap number 6, and we've got one slow down the back straightaway. Now picks up the pace. Now off of it. We'll keep an eye on that. Caution flag coming out. He's in the throttle. Green flag's out. We're racing. Oh, we got big time trouble on the front straightaway. Jensen Ford spun around. The 2nd place car in the 83. Here they come for the restart. Green flag is out. Kyle Bronson trying to drive around Jimmy Elliott for 2nd. He slides up the banking. Elliott got back underneath him, but Bronson has too much for him. Down the back straightaway, the killer, Kyle Bronson, up to 2nd. Bronson from 8th to 2nd. Tyler Clem running the high side of the speedway in car number 58. Can he shake that 40B? Early laps of the race. Kyle Bronson beginning to reel in the race leader, Tyler Clem. Jimmy Elliott in the 3rd spot. Look who's up to 4th, last night's winner. Nick Hoffman started 10th. He's up to 4th. Watch that 14 as he is challenged by Clay Harris. A couple of young guns battling it out. Will Harrington in that black, green, and white 14. Turned the fastest late model lap time ever here at Bubba Raceway Park earlier tonight. And Tyler Clem's got it going on. He's picked up the pace. And now Kyle Bronson beginning to fall back a little bit in the 40B. That could be tire management and experience at hand. He wants to keep. Oh, and the leader got into the lap car in turn 4, Drew Kennedy. Tyler Clem made contact. You got to be careful doing that, or you can cut down a tire easy on these cars. Tyler Clem trying to bulldoze his way through traffic. Kyle Bronson able to move in, got one slow in the high side of turn 4. Caution flag coming out. Tyler Clem out front, picks up the pace. Green flag's out.
Tyler Clem leads him down into turn 1. How about Kyle Bronson right there? Nick Hoffman up into that 3rd position. Hoffman up into the 3rd spot. Clay Harris. We have a shark sighting up in the top 5 here tonight. Clay Harris with a strong run. Look at Jake Knowles in the number 66. Up into that 5th position. Walker Arthur in the Cecil B. Arthur's Farms here tonight. Up to that number 5th spot here for Walker Arthur in the 6th position. Will Harrington, Last Air and Electrical, doing battle. That car looking strong around Bubba Raceway Park. Jay Elliott now pulled down into the infield of the track. We are going to stay green here at Bubba Raceway Park over towards his crew. The crew directs him over to the center of the infield. Jay Elliott now down to the inside. Looks like that's it for that driver. Out front, Tyler Clem with a 15.203 last lap. And Kyle Bronson with a .219. Those two drivers probably right now on cruise control, trying to do some tire conservation around Bubba Raceway Park. Both drivers running similar lines. Kyle Bronson able to hug the bottom side of turns 3 and 4 just a little bit better down there than Tyler Clem. Clem not long going to be in lap traffic here. Cars all over the racetrack, clean racing. Look at Ivan and Lloyd back there up to the top side of the racetrack here. The first one up on the high side, along with Will Harrington here in the last air and electrical, also on the high side of the racetrack. Will Harrington trying to get by Todd Cooney. Will he clear him down here? Cooney to the inside of the racetrack. Harrington on the top side. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now. Here we are in lap traffic again with the leaders. Kyle Bronson now closing in on the 58 of Tyler Clem. Bronson looking good on the bottom side of the racetrack. So is Tyler Clem. Tyler Clem now to the inside of one down here in turns 3 and 4. Watch these two drivers as they make their way around Bubba Raceway Park. They are probably some of the best around here. Looks like Kyle Bronson just stalking the 58 of Tyler Clem, but Clem making his way through lap traffic pretty good here. They get by Megan Ray Meyer in the 11, Tommy's towing entry. She's had a good couple of days here at Bubba Raceway Park, trying to hold on now. She just went a lap down to your leaders.
Just past the 20 lap mark, 22 laps in the books. Leaders working in heavy lap traffic as they come up on the 66K at Jody Knowles. Drivers in front of them battling side by side for position. Kyle Bronson right on Clem's back bumper in turn 3. Here they come down to complete lap number 24. Kyle Bronson gives a little bump to Tyler Clem just to let him know, I'm here, buddy. You better mind your P's and Q's, because I'm ready to pounce. Tyler Clem looks to the outside. Here comes Bronson on the bottom. Kyle Bronson trying to bulldoze his way up front. Kyle Bronson is your new leader on lap 25. Caution. Into turn 4. Picks up the throttle. Green flag's out. We're racing. Oh, trouble on the front straightaway is, boy, Tyler Clem got into Clay Harris in the 6 car. He gathers it up, but he'll drop back to 5th. And Hoffman going to work the high side on Kyle Bronson. He takes it upstairs. Here comes Harris trying to move in. Kyle Bronson running right down on the bottom of the racetrack. Now Hoffman down on the bottom. Tyler Clem back by Clay Harris up into 5th. So on lap 29, it is the 58 of Clem by the 6 of Harris in turn 2. Now Walker Arthur gets by Harris, so that contact he had with the 58 of Clem may have knocked something a little bit out of kilter. Caution, trouble in turn number 2. Here they come, down for the restart. Bronson picks up the pace. Green flag's out, we're racing. Up front, Nick Hoffman trying to get a run on the outside. They're side by side. Kyle Bronson on the inside. He gets the better bite off of 4. He'll lead by a car length at the stripe, but Hoffman, he is fast off of 2 on the outside, but can't get alongside Kyle Bronson. So Bronson holds on to the point. Clay Harris holding down that 3rd spot. Tyler Clem drops back to 4th. Walker Arthur in 5th, trying to move up. Now Clay Harris trying to work the outside. Here comes Tyler Clem. Back to battle for that third spot. A 16-year-old and a 17-year-old battling for the racetrack. Here comes the old pro Walker Arthur down on the inside, car number 87. It's a three-car dance for third. Just Devin Dixon on the move, the 313. He's gone up to the top shelf. He'll try to go around the outside in 3 and 4. And he gets into the back of Walker Arthur. Walker slid up in front of him. And I mean, Devin Dixon had a head of steam coming at him. He had nowhere to go. Got the back end of the 87 car. They sorted out. It's still Tyler Clem in third. Now Walker Arthur is fourth. Clay Harris in the fifth spot. Or Devin Dixon, rather, in the fifth spot. Coming down to complete lap 40. Battle being waged in Devin Dixon. High, wide, and handsome up on the top shelf. He'll bring the 313 car up into the third spot. The leaders are in heavy lap traffic. But Kyle Bronson pulling away from Nick Hoffman. Kyle Bronson, full straightaway lead. So Kyle Bronson now moving up on lap traffic. Hoffman trying to work his way around lap traffic. Devin Dixon up to third. And Dixon's on the move. He's trying to weave his way through lap traffic, throwing sliders in 1 and 2. Getting up on that high side, trying to chase down Nick Hoffman. Boy, he almost hit the fence that time. Devin Dixon, he's flirting with disaster up on that top shelf. It's getting closer and closer to the wall. And Dixon is using it all as we close in on the halfway point. About a half a straightaway behind Hoffman. Caution coming out. He probably knows that Dixon is fast on the outside. Green flag's back out. Here comes Hoffman. He'll go to the top shelf in turn number 1. Bronson right around the hub on the bottom. Hoffman's got to run down the back straightaway. Can he hold it? Here comes Bronson. He's been getting a good bite off of 4. He does it again. Hoffman good in 1 and 2. Bronson better in 3 and 4. Devin Dixon sitting back there in third behind these two leaders. And on that lap, we had a new leader. Here comes Bronson. Can he retake the point? Hoffman, he's got the momentum now. He found the sweet spot on the high side of turn 4. Jumped the cushion just a little bit in turn 2. Oh, and Bronson slides up in front. He'll take the lead at lap 50. Here comes Hoffman trying to work back on the outside. It doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Here they come, past the halfway point. And who led that lap? Hoffman led that lap. Hoffman leads lap 51. And Hoffman maintains the point. Bronson having to get elbows up on the bottom here. He comes off at 2. He noses in front of Hoffman. Hoffman back up on the high side through 3 and 4. New leader. Here they come. And we got one down the front straightaway. Slow, Megan Ray. Trying to get it to the infield. And it looks like she may, no, she did not make it. Caution flag coming out.
They fire down there in turns 3 and 4. Here we go, side by side, down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2. Hoffman to the high side of the racetrack, high, wide, and handsome down there, dusting off that top groove. Ashton Winger to the bottom side of the racetrack. He clears Devin Dixon in at 313. Put Winger up into the 4th spot now. Dixon battles back, but Winger has got him cleared. How about the Shark? Shark up into that 3rd position. Clay the Shark Harris here tonight with a good spot, but Nick Hoffman mounting a charge on Kyle Bronson up front. Bronson with a 16.24 last time. Hoffman with a 16.168 this time by the leader with a 15.8 that last time, so he's still faster. Ashton Winger now back into the 5th position. How about Kyle Bronson to the inside? Caution flag on the speedway. Big Mike Keith in the flag stand looking him over. He'll give him the green flag. Here we go. Kyle Bronson up into the nose of Nick Hoffman. Little contact here on the front straightaway. Here comes Ashton Winger to the inside. Clay the Shark Harris drifts up high now. Will Harrington under Clay. Clay battles back on the high side of the racetrack into turns 3 and 4. They sling it in there. Jake Knowles almost contact, but Ivan and Lloyd, the professor, up into the top 5 here tonight. Side-by-side battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Hoffman's got it as they enter. Kyle Bronson drives it in hard, slides up the racetrack a little bit, almost makes contact with Hoffman. Hoffman clears him. Kyle Bronson will collect the car back. He'll get it back underneath of him and take another stab at Hoffman. Don't count the killer out of this one yet. How about Devin Dixon just kind of laying back there in the weeds in 3rd spot. Ashton Winger in that 4th position. Winger up to 4th. Here comes Jake Knowles, 5th position. That driver had dropped back into the 9th spot earlier, now back up into the top 5. Don't look now. Here comes the last Aaron Electrical, number 14 out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, trying to make his way up into the top 8. He's in the 8th position right now. Can he do any better here tonight? Out front, Kyle Bronson has run down Nick Hoffman again. He battles back to the inside. Yes, there it is, the move up front. Kyle Bronson to the top spot again. Nick Hoffman gonna battle back. We got one around in turns 1 and 2.
Kyle Bronson with Hoffman in 2nd on the outside. Green flag is out. Hoffman trying to go upstairs. Let's see if he can get the run off of 2. Bronson quick off the 2nd turn. Oh, and Bronson got sideways going into 3. Hoffman kind of saw that, went back down to the bottom, couldn't make the move. He'll go to the high side. Caution flag is out. Trouble in turn number 4. Here they come, 38 laps to go. Green flag's out. Hoffman trying to move up on the outside of Kyle Bronson. Off of 2. Hoffman with a little momentum. Oh, and he's right with him in 3. Bronson, oh, they do the crossover in 4, but Bronson will hang on to the lead. Ashton Winger battling with Devin Dixon for the 3rd spot. Here comes Hoffman trying to get a run on the 40B. Can't make the move. He'll still work the top shelf. Hoffman outside, Bronson on the inside and in the lead. Here comes Ashton Winger, now working to the inside of Hoffman. Bronson now beginning to pull away. Whatever tire combination he's running, it's now kicked in. Kyle Bronson is Hoffman up on the high side. He's probably worn out his tires. He's beginning to slow off the pace. He's got issues with the 2 car. Ashton Winger running second. Hoffman may have just wore out his tires. We got one slow in the front straightaway. Todd Cooney off the pace, going to make the hard right into the outside pit area. Will remain green. So Bronson out in front, a half straightaway lead now. So Bronson out in front, Winger trying to stay with him as they work lap traffic. Ashton Winger's right there on Kyle Bronson. Kyle Bronson, I don't know if he can look up at that scoreboard, but he'll look at that 12 and he'll say, where did he come from? Ashton Winger, who started 17th, now up battling for the lead in the biggest race of the year for the Durrence Layne Chevrolet Dirt Late Model Series. Just past the 70 lap mark, 72 laps now in the books. So Winger right with the leader. Bronson moving up on lap traffic. They move up on Logan Robertson in the 17 car. Bronson edges his way underneath. Winger tried to go to the high side and he'll lose ground to Kyle Bronson. Winger brings it right back down on the bottom. Trouble in turn number 1. Logan Robertson in the 17 car tagged the fence in turn 1 to bring out the caution flag for the championship. Kyle Bronson trying to defend his home turf as the green flag comes out. Here comes Will Harrington on the outside. Jake Knowles says, not yet. Jake Knowles running fast down on the bottom. Harrington trying to get it rolling on the outside. Devin Dixon coming with him on the high side, as will Joseph Joyner in the 10. Hoffman trying to use the outside, but he continues to fall back through the pack. So Bronson now with a 3-car length advantage over Ashton Winger. Jake Knowles running third. Will Harrington up to 4th in car number 14. So Kyle Bronson now beginning to pull away from Ashton Winger. Hoffman now has given up on the outside. He's down on the bottom, trying to salvage what he can. And he may have found something he likes on the bottom as he's closing in on Harrington and Dixon battling for that 4th spot. 80 laps in the books, 20 laps to go. Kyle Bronson out in front. Took the lead on lap 50, or took the lead on lap 61. Kyle Bronson about a half a straightaway away from moving into lap traffic. Ashton Winger trying to stay with Kyle Bronson. Jake Knowles in third. Will Harrington fourth. Nick Hoffman running fifth. Sixth is Devin Dixon. Clay Harris seventh. Joseph Joyner eighth. Ivan Lloyd Jr. ninth. And Jeff Matthews 10th. Now Bronson beginning to work some lap traffic. Gets by Derek Shaw in the 27 car. Shaw staying on the outside, giving the cars on the lead lap room. Now he'll drop down to the bottom in front of Winger. Winger didn't want to see that. Jake Knowles hanging out in that third spot. Now beginning to close in a little bit on Winger. Winger trying to work his way around the 27 car. Winger can't seem to work his way underneath Derek Shaw in that 27 car, and he's losing ground to Kyle Bronson. We're closing in on 10 laps to go, and Winger is seeing the leader get away from him. Here comes Bronson. It's now 10 laps to go. Half a straightaway lead on Winger. So things starting to get a little hectic for the second, third, and fourth place drivers. So they all lined up. And Kyle Bronson has packed these bags, turned into key. He's checked out on the field. Coming up on 7 laps to go. Bronson is gone. Oh, forget about it. Forget about that. Caution flag is out. Here they come. They'll pick up the pace between 3 and 4. Green flag's out. Here we go. 8 to go. Bronson gets a good hole shot, but Winger reels him in turn 1. The field going 3 wide mid-pack. Jake Knowles, his car did not fire. So he must have a tire going down or is wearing him out in that 66 car. He was a boat anchor going to the bottom of the field in a fast order. So now it's Winger in second behind Bronson. Will Harrington up to third in car number 14. Jeff Matthews from 23rd up to 4th. And it looks like he may be a lap down. Looking at the scoreboard, we'll try to figure that out. So Matthews being scored in 8th. I don't see, he's right there. I don't think he went a lap down. He is a lap down. Jeff Matthews is a lap down. So Harrington is in the 3rd spot. Joseph Joyner in 4th. Clay Harris in 5th. So 7 cars on the lead lap. 2 to go signal is out. Bronson takes a 4-car length advantage down the back straightaway. Winger in second. They've got a good cushion on the 14 of Harrington. He's a half a lap behind Winger. White flag in the air. If Winger has anything for Bronson, he better show it now. Kyle Bronson We'll call this place the National Bank of Bronson. Another $10,000 for the killer. Kyle Bronson makes history. Kyle Bronson makes history. His third straight Chevrolet Performance World Championship race win. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen history.